Hi, this is Pat from VG247, and just going to take a quick look at the Journey beta. We were sent the code for this last night. It's been out in the US for a little while. It's a 3-level beta, but we're just going to be looking at 2 levels of it today. As has already been widely discussed, it's a very, very beautiful game. That game company has done itself proud this time, I think, as you're about to see. So, as you probably already know, you are this Jawa-type character trundling around in a desert, following some kind of, well, you'll see in a minute what you're following. So, obviously, the very minimal style. The camera's controlled simply by tilting the controller, as you can see there, and you simply walk with the left stick. So the right stick does nothing, as far as I can see. I played through this twice, and yeah, this is it. You walk around in a desert. You aim for landmarks, and stuff happens, and. I actually found it quite tedious at first, if I'm being brutally honest. But as I sort of relaxed into it and just started to play it, it did become clear that it is actually something pretty special. It's a very relaxing game to play, actually. In this movie, I sort of whizzed through it pretty quickly. But if you've got the time to sort of sit and explore and roam around, there's plenty to see and do that isn't simply rushing through. So this is the start of the beta. There were no other players on when I was doing this. The multiplayer is anonymous. You do walk around and just sort of sound off to each other. I actually don't know an awful lot about how the multiplayer works, if I'm being brutally honest. But yeah, the solitude is amazing. And off I go. As you sort of progress through the levels, you're given sort of various bits of story and stuff. There seems to be some kind of exodus. I'm not going to try and decipher it, because I'll probably be completely wrong. The game itself is actually extremely simple, but very powerful, if I'm allowed to use that word. What's happening to him here, he or she, is that he or she is getting a jump capability. So every time you need to jump, you need to go and see these sort of flying tethers, and you hold down X to jump. Once you've jumped, your scarf is used up, and you need to go and sort of refill it again by going and finding those sort of swirling things that you can see there. It does get more exciting than this. You basically just sort of follow your nose a bit. I did go and explore that building over there on the sort of first run through there. You just picked up some extra jump bits. But the objectives as such are actually pretty straightforward. I mean, I didn't get stuck or anything. So yeah. I mean, basically you need to, in each sort of part of it, you need to reach a pillar of light. And there are various ways to do that, and in this one you'll see in a second, you sort of reach over the gap by jumping a sort of long distance. These sort of these flags that are flying up in the wind, you sort of dissolve them by thumping on the ground and singing, and it produces various effects. It's a very lovely game. I mean, like I said, I probably needed to relax a little bit to enjoy it. But once I did get into it, it's very, very pleasant experience, really. So here I go, flying across with my super jump. The thing I really like about it actually is that you never get stuck. You don't have to, you really don't have to sort of think too hard if you like. You can just sort of relax into it, and the game kind of shows you what you need to do. There's nothing especially complex about it. It's simply it's more about the journey and seeing what other type of ICO inspired people that game company can come up with next. So these are the story bits. So yeah, all those little dudes went that way, and with all their little shapes. And here's some more little dudes. They had some shapes on sticks, and they turned into some kind of flying shape. Who knows what it means? I don't. So yeah, every time you actually complete one of these puzzles, then your cowl, skirt, dress thing gets an extra layer of pattern. And you don't really see me sort of doing it in this run through, but every time there are sort of these floating scarf pieces like littered around the world, and every time you pick one up you get an extra scarf bit, which means you can jump higher. And this is the second level now. Fantastic art style. There's just nothing else I've seen like it. Very pretty. And again, these puzzles really aren't that complex. I mean, the first time I did this, I did have to sort of wander around a little bit, but I mean, it's fairly obvious where you need to go, and obviously it does help you with controller prompts as you roam around. It's just not a frustrating game at all. It's clearly been designed that way, and that has to be a good thing. So again, it's pretty obvious what you need to do. You need to find the other big flags. If you notice, every time it builds one of those bridges, it does actually show you in the background where the next flag is, which is a nice touch. You know, I thought the fact that you wouldn't be able to sort of jump without your without sort of refilling your scarf, could potentially be frustrating, but that doesn't really come through in this demo. I never felt stuck as such. Build those bridges, little man. Again, you see in the background there the big flags over there, or pieces of cloth, or whatever they are. Behind that sort of waterfall, sandfall over there on the right that you've just seen, there's another story bit. but it does appear to just be some kind of white rock dude showing you some pictures of some little dudes with some shapes. Maybe, well, I assume it will all become clear in the final game, but not quite so clear in a 3-level demo. I'm going to give this a shot again tomorrow and see if I can find any more people on there. Being a few of the poor unfortunates that didn't get beta keys have been some of the journalists have been whining on Twitter, and so maybe they'll catch up tomorrow, and we can squeak at each other on the internet. Again, just the last couple of bridges. And off we go. I really love the way that it sort of dumps you in these apparently intimidating environments, and you can just conquer them actually very easily. And this windsurfing thing, wasn't quite sure what that was about. Sometimes you just sort of catch a current and sort of start gliding over the sand, but I could never work out how to do it intentionally. Run, little dude, run. So you need to get into the zen of the game, otherwise it just gets tedious with all the little running bits. So you need to appreciate what it is. Just relax, man. It's all beautiful. But this whole sort of North African thing is very very pretty. I'm all about the pretty. And the sparkly dresses, the pretty, the sparkly dresses, the glowing flag things. It's got it all. Nearly there. On the first playthrough, I had to go and touch all those stones and light them up, but I didn't for the second bit. I've no idea why. There must be some kind of very, very deep meaning to that. Ico dude. Yes. Yes. Some kind of mega castle, mega flag-based castle going on there. So yeah, we're sort of coming to the end of the second level. There is another level, and it all goes a bit dark at the end of it all. You should definitely check this out. It's a lot of people getting very excited about it. I think for really good reason. It's very different and actually a very pleasant thing to sit and waste some time with. I'm not quite sure if it says it's a public beta. I don't know when it's going fully open, but when it does, please do download it and take a look. Well, hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you very soon.